So, backstory, so I grew up in rural Oklahoma, so not a lot of money, right? So we went to the big city, which was Oklahoma City, once a year usually,
The city.
which was for Christmas, to do Christmas shopping for the big things. And while we were there one time, we stopped at, I'm 99% sure it was a Champ Sporting Goods. If you remember Champ. Something like that, yeah. And they had the good old fashioned mega tower, the single tower, the metal with the rivets. I'd never heard of Oakley. I just thought that was a really cool looking thing. And we were supposed to be looking for football cleats. But I wanted to see, and the salesperson was nice enough to because they had really cool stuff in there. I wanted to see it. I'm blind as a bat. I already knew I couldn't see at that point. I wore glasses. So this is the reissue of Zeros.
Nice.
But Zeros were new then, and so they were sitting in the case looking crazy, and I wanted to try them on so bad. And my dad was like, yeah, sure, whatever, you can try those on. The sales guy was nice, unlocked the case, got them out for me. I was like, I want these for Christmas. These are so cool, they're crazy. And my dad looked at the price tag and laughed and said, well, when you grow up and you have a job, you can get a pair of those.
That's right.
Right? So then later, so that's this, the Zeros. They're really special. There's a two-part to this. This is the brand origin story. I just took my shoes off for a reason.
I thought you were just being like me.
I really want to. So that next summer, my dad randomly brought home a Windows PC with a Prodigy CD. This is how old I am, I'm dating myself. Good old dial-up. So my mom could do invoices for the business. So he was a gadget guy to me. But I had, because the guy at Champs gave me, an Oakley catalog, which had Oakley's website on it. And so I dialed in and looked at all the things and how cool stuff was. And I had saved up money working that summer. And they had the Flesh shoe had just come out and was on the website. They were like $70 back then. And that was the very first Oakley thing I ever bought. Was with my own money, because Dad said, when you have your own money, you can buy something. I ordered a pair of Flesh shoes, just like today. Back then, they also ran small. They were a half a size small. You couldn't return things you bought on the internet back then. I wore those until my wife made me throw them away. So I had those for